I'm looking back at all of these old photos and old videos that I recorded, and I'm thinking, who is that? I'm thinking, who is that woman? I spent so much time in this costume, in this body armor of accumulations of weight. I was such a miserable person. My appearance, the way I felt, my body felt, I was so unhappy with myself. And I expected others to still love me when I didn't even love myself. And it's crazy. When I look back on it, I'm thinking like, wow, I did not love myself enough. I poured so much. And again, I'm just in reflection right now. I'm just looking at how much I made excuses as to why I didn't take care of myself. It was always someone else's project. It was always going to take care of this one and that one. I got to pick this person up and I'm working. It was everything. I focused on everything but myself. I think back then I would have thought I was being selfish. I went to school for graphic design, film production, and I was always working on someone else's project. As you can see, pictures and footage, and this journey has been going on for so long. I've been trying to lose this weight since I gained it. I spent years, again, I guess I can go back to being a teenager. That's when I was my most comfortable. I'm 5'2". I'm sorry, now I'm 5'1" because I lost an inch in height. But I was 5'2", about 105 pounds. Became pregnant and I gained 30 pounds, yeah. And I carried that 135 for so many years, and I thought that was overweight. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta lose this 30 pounds. I have to get rid of this 30 pounds. I felt so insecure. I was so insecure in my weight being that big. My children's father used to make fun of my weight at 135 pounds. 135 pounds. He would call me a fat bitch. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm 130, well, today, I just got on the scale. I'm 131 pounds today. And you mean to tell me that was fat back then? But it wasn't. It's just, he played on my insecurities. So as long as I was insecure, and again, I'm not blaming him, I accepted the things as they were, and I accepted the criticisms and everything else. No victimhood here, but these are the things that were said. He used to call me a fat bitch at 135 pounds. Crazy. But that was then, right? I can laugh about it now. And I made excuses, and I was so mad at people for not accepting what I couldn't even accept. That's the crazy part about it, is expecting others to love you when you don't love yourself. It's been a long journey. 1993 until 2022, I would say, when I really got serious about my weight loss journey. And I really started working out and working at it, at COVID. I think COVID was the thing that was sort of like the catalyst. And that's going to be on another video. I thought I was going to die with COVID. I actually have footage, and I did a whole video about my experience with COVID. I was going to die. The weight I was carrying made it worse. 215 at my highest weight, down to about 131. Probably, I still have toning up to do. As you can see from the footage, I have a lot of cellulite. I have a lot of stretch marks from being a huge woman. I can only speak for myself when I say how miserable I was being overweight. There was no excuse I can give. I was just fucking lazy. I was just lazy. I was greedy. I ate everything because I enjoyed food. I enjoyed eating food. Too much food. I was very lazy. I would go to work, come home, work, home, work, home. And at times I had enough energy to go to the gym. Anyway, I started going to the gym. I started walking. I started eating better. I started cutting out all of the fast food. I was a fast food queen. And believe me, I still love I'll name a few of them. Chick-fil-A was my favorite. I could eat Chick-fil-A every day. I had my routine. It was Chick-fil-A waffle fries, and then I would drive up the street to Starbucks, and I would get my grande latte, iced latte. I had a routine. So it would be Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Five Guys, and Chipotle. That's like my favorite restaurants among all the other things I ate. Among all the things I ate, those were my favorites. And oh my God, I still love that stuff. I just have to be a little bit more moderate. I can't eat it 7 days a week. I can't eat it 5 days, 4 days. Not to mention Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Yeah, I'm laughing now because it is funny when I think about it. When you can take a look at yourself and really reflect on it and be accountable for your behavior. Yes, it was no one else's fault but my own. It was no one else's fault but my own. I gained all of this weight and expected everyone to accept it. I expected my fiance at the time to love me as is. I mean, he said he would. And I challenged it, but I didn't love myself. And I projected it onto everyone and everything else. I projected my misery onto everyone else. And then I had to be accountable. I created this fat ass by my own doing. The sickness that dwelled within my body, I created. The lack, the immobility, I did all of it to myself. And oh my God, when I finally woke up to like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to hide in my clothes. I don't want to keep buying baggy ass clothes. I don't want to hide anymore. It took the playback mode. I was in playback mode. I'm looking at everything that led me to this point. Change had to occur. And so I started working out. I started walking. I started going to the gym. I started eating better, drinking more water, cutting out sodas, coffee. I still love my coffee, but I cut it down. I started drinking mushroom coffee, and I went vegan for a while. This is just different alternatives to get this weight off of me, and finally it worked. I finally developed a formula that helped me take off the weight, and I love it. I feel so light. I lost all of this weight, the weight of opinions, the weight of self-hate.